Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. This is going to be my Agent Carter episode 6 video, all about pushing deeper into the Leviathan plot, learning a little bit more about who they are. Just a quick reminder too, there's only 2 episodes left. There's only 8 episodes in the season, so if they get picked up for season 2, which they totally could, it sounds like they will, that will also probably be just 8 episodes. So just careful for spoilers from the episode if you haven't seen it yet, starting with top 5 moments. Number 5, Leviathan flashback. This is really more exciting as a Dottie flashback, just because she looks so awesome being evil. We get to see the psychiatrist, who I actually thought was the engineer. I thought he told them that he was an engineer, so he might have just been lying to the Howling Commandos to infiltrate the SSR. Plans within plans within plans. Based on this scene, it seems like Leviathan is a little bit different from what they are in the comics. The TV show is just using them as a straight-up Hydra-type organization, so they're working within the Russian government. Leviathan in the comics is really part of the Secret Warriors storyline, during like Dark Reign, Secret Invasion. If you want to read more, just read Secret Warriors. Which is interesting because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. right now is borrowing a lot of aspects from the Secret Warriors storyline. Moving on to number 4, Angie, world's most amazing actress. So they set it up early in the episode. She wants to follow her dreams, but she's getting really discouraged. Peggy's like, don't give up. Cut to later in the episode where she's like, you're the world's best actress. I mean, she's just able to distract Thompson by crying. It's a bit of a trope that grown men can't handle women crying, but it was kind of funny the way they used it. It's always funny watching actors pretend to act. They go like way over the top. And then Peggy was like, you are amazing. You shouldn't do anything else. I mean, of course, she's a terrible actress. What I'm really hoping develops at the end of the season is that Peggy inducts Angie into whatever becomes S.H.I.E.L.D. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, S.H.I.E.L.D. was created as a separate organization, and they just kind of rolled the SSR into that. So hopefully we'll see it at some point, and I really like Lindsay Fonseca on the show, so hopefully they'll keep her character around. She'll become part of that too. Part of being a spy is being a really great actress, so Peggy just needs to teach her martial arts. Moving on to number 3, Peggy takes down an entire department. That fight scene was on par with anything that Arrow's done. Arrow probably has the best stunts of any of the comic book TV shows, just across the board, but I feel like this fight scene in the automat was on par with anything they've done this season so far. Yeah, there's not as much blood, it's not quite as crazy, but I feel like the scene as a whole was just as well constructed as any of Arrow's fight scenes. Don't you just feel like these scenes, though, turn Peggy into a superhero, like Captain America style? She kind of has some of the same moves that he has. Obviously, he's like 10 times stronger, but you get the idea. There's been this huge shift in the way fight scenes are filmed, especially on television since the Bourne trilogy. It's all about the use of improvised weapons. And my number 1 moment, Peggy gets captured, and now the SSR has Captain America's blood. To be fair, they had his blood before, they just didn't know it was his blood. I'd be willing to bet that that is what the psychiatrist is trying to get, the Stark tech he's trying to get. Last week's episode, when they found out about the weapon of mass destruction, that kind of seemed like the end game, but I think that they're also after the Captain America blood so they can make their own army of super soldiers. They ended things in a way that made it seem like Peggy's in deep shit, but I do think that Agent Sousa and Agent Thompson will help her. There's only 2 episodes left, so it's not like they're going to wait till like the last 10 minutes of the final episode for them to finally believe her and go after the villain. But they still don't know that the psychiatrist is a double agent, and neither does Peggy. And for those that are wondering, that ring of his that he uses to hypnotize people, I don't think that that's special. I think that's just something he uses to catch people's eyes, something he uses to distract people. They had that weird music cue that made it sound like it was giving off some weird hum, but I don't think that's the case. I think it's just a normal ring. Let me know though, what was your favorite moment? And here's my big question for you guys. How do you think that the SSR is going to help Peggy? I mean, like, at a certain point, either Agent Sousa or one of the other agents is going to have to say, oh, okay, we believe you. Let's go get Leviathan. Dooley seemed like he was starting to come around on Stark. Like, he's like, okay, I'm starting to believe that he doesn't have anything to do with this. He let Peggy go chase down some leads before he knew that she was involved with all of it, which I think means that as much as he's a dick, as well as the other agents in the office, they'll eventually come around. She'll just have to punch him a couple times in the face to bring them to their senses. So there weren't a whole bunch of Easter eggs in the episode. There were a couple really awesome ones that I saw though. So first, whenever they're talking about the Stark special, like the parting bracelet that Stark gives to women, they make the joke about Ginger Rogers being a secret Russian assassin. Ginger Rogers actually played a double agent in a movie with Cary Grant called Once Upon a Honeymoon. Then when Jarvis said, you should have seen her eyes, the darkest gates to the abyss, they cut to a shot of the Empire State Building. So during the Avengers movie, when the Tesseract opened up a portal, it was right above the Empire State Building. Like, that's where Thor was when he was firing his lightning up into the wormhole. I didn't really catch any other big Easter eggs, but if you saw any, just write them below in the comments. I already talked about my favorite fight scene, but that slap montage that Jarvis went through, that was so funny. Can't you just picture like a modern version of Tony Stark breaking up with a bunch of different women and sending the Vision to go do it for him? I didn't have any significant thumbs down about the episode. I mean, it was pretty tight. It seemed like they were trying to lead us into a very obvious assassination attempt from Dottie, but then they totally pulled the rug out from under us. So what's going to happen next is I'm going to be posting a Q&A for Arrow and the Flash this week, and then I'll post a separate Q&A for the Spider-Man Marvel announcement. There's just so much to talk about. It sounds like Dylan O'Brien is probably going to be cast as Spider-Man. He seems like the front runner right now. Logan Lerman seems like the number 2 pick, but Dylan O'Brien is the one that's blowing it up at the box office. So he just seems like the likely candidate. You guys can let me know how you feel about that. I'd be happy with either choice. I feel like it'll be fine. Really, if you're going to worry about something, worry about the next solo Spider-Man film script. So while you guys wait for all that stuff to drop, you can click here to catch up on Agent Carter, and you can click here for the Spider-Man Marvel announcement. Thank you so much for watching. So let's all high five. I'll see you guys tomorrow.